Hi Dylan. Congrats on joining a fraternity, even though up until last week's video, you had never mentioned the possibility of joining one before. And then you just jumped right into it saying, oh, by the way, the fraternity that I'm joining has had events this week and whatnot. I'm excited for you. I hope that works out well and that you meet a bunch of cool guys. As of this week, all of my classes are wrapping up. We have finals starting next week, and then the week after that, I'll be home. So it's been a pretty busy time for me as far as school goes. I turned in a 10-page research paper this morning. I'm glad that's out of the way. There's nothing really too major going on in my life right now that I can think of. Oh, I changed my major. I guess that might be worth talking about. I am now a philosophy, politics, economics, and law major, which is not a quadruple major in all of those subjects. It's actually a distinct subject of its own, which combines philosophy, politics, economics, and law into one curriculum. It's a really interesting major. It is sort of the most well-rounded education I think I could find here, and it also has a lot of applications in public policy and could work well going to law school or maybe business school in the future. I'm very excited about this major. All of the subjects sort of included are things that I am interested in and things that influence the lives of people, even though they might not realize it. I think the main drawback to the major is that if I say I'm majoring in PPEL, no one's going to know what I'm talking about. And if I say I'm majoring in philosophy, politics, economics, and law, people will probably have already tuned out by the time I start, like, philosophy. Also, I'm very strongly considering adding either a minor or a second major in music, because that's something that I think I have some amount of ability in, but need a lot more formal teaching and refining to become really good at. So I'd just like to take the opportunity to become the best musician I can while I'm around so many talented teachers and other performers. That's sort of a major shift, no pun intended, in the direction I'm going for the next couple of years. We'll see how that works out. I think PPEL is a subject that I can really get into, and that will suit me well and lead me to some very interesting things in the future. What else? I know I talked for a long time about that. Even if I cut down the length of this video, that was like 10 minutes of just me rambling about that. So hopefully I can condense it into something that sort of makes sense. There was this huge carnival on campus like a week or 2 weekends ago that is like apparently one of the largest student-run carnivals in the nation. I thought I took a bunch of cool videos of that, only to go back and see later that I had taken a picture of the beginning of the video and then just sort of moved my camera around after I took a picture, and just none of that got saved. I only managed to take one video of this one ride, and I'm sorry because there were a lot of cool videos in that and it was a neat thing to see. So I'm sorry that I failed on that note, because that was one of the cooler things that's been on campus recently. The other day I was walking around campus and I found a place that I'd never been to before. Just on the side sort of a building in the middle of campus, there's just this little garden area with this little waterfall, and for some reason I had never ever been to this little place before. Visiting this oasis definitely reminded me that I have seen almost nothing of the world and I've learned almost nothing, because even within my own campus, the place where I've lived for almost 9 months now, even here I have no idea about the things that are going on. So what business do I have even thinking about the world around me when I don't even know what's here on my own campus? Sorry for the cut. I just paused the video briefly to look up this poem for you. This is the poem that I saw written in the garden that I visited this week. I don't know why, but I really liked it, so I figured I'd share it with you. At the gate of the garden, some stand and look within, but do not care to enter. Others step inside, behold its beauty, but do not penetrate far. Still others encircle the garden, inhaling the fragrance of the flowers, and having enjoyed its full beauty, pass out again by the same gate. But there are always some who enter, and becoming intoxicated with the splendor of what they behold, remain for life to tend the garden. Dylan, hope you're doing well. I'll see you next week.